Okay, good afternoon, everybody. It's been a little while since I posted my last video. Uh, Due to a number of reasons, I've been working a lot. Been in and out of Canada. Um, I was also on FMLA for a while, so I should have time to put up some videos. But I also had a baby, so that was taking up a lot of my time. Just here to talk about a few things. It, I've been having a lot of questions about MEPS and what I was doing to prepare for my shipment date. I'm shipping out in another 3 months, so I've been working out to lose some weight. My max weight is 202, and I've been weighing in at 195. So I've been trying to lose some weight. We do got a few shippers in my dep call that are over their weight. One guy couldn't ship out because he was over his weight, so he had to get a delayed shipment date. Um, Also, what I'll talk about as well is the new Air Force app, and there's also another Air Force app that was created by a computer guy in my dep call, and I'll fill you guys in on some of those. So what I've been doing to prepare for my shipment to basic training is Insanity. Sure, you guys saw this already, and also P90X. I don't have the box for P90X, but P90X. This is the AbRipper X CD. Um, And the reason I chose Insanity, I was doing P90X a couple months ago. This was before I enlisted. The reason I chose Insanity is because when I was looking at the BMTSG, which is our basic training guide, a lot of the exercises and a lot of the work, as in calisthenic type work, is really similar to the Insanity workouts. So that's why I chose a lot of those. For example, on the BMTSG for the physical days, physical training days, they do what is it you call it? Squat jumps, which is squat jump. Or there's another name for it. It's just not coming to me. Where you go down in the squat position, hands on the floor, legs go back, bring them back forward. You jump in the air. Maybe if I got some time, I'll demonstrate it. Um, just a second. Okay, that was room service. Okay, what else? There's some other things that they do a lot of leg work, a lot of core stuff to help with the abs, and I also use P90X, Ab Ripper X when I'm doing my abs. Um, and basically, I've been doing a lot of running as well. If you see, I got me one of these power bands. This power band is by Ciora. I've been seeing these on the market a lot, and I don't buy stuff like this, but I actually saw a really cool demonstration on it, and supposedly this company is pretty brand new. Their power band is supposed to be 400 times stronger than any other power band on the market. So I don't really buy anything, so I went to one of those little presentations they had where they talk about this mumbo jumbo pyramid scheme, and I wasn't interested in all that. I just wanted to see how it worked. Um, Afterwards, I got a sample of it and also a sample of the holograms, and I gotta say, from my standpoint, people think it's mental, but a lot of stuff don't work in me. But I'll tell you, this thing did work. Um, when I came home that night, I usually do the 100 push-up um, workout. I did my workout for that night and felt like I didn't do anything. I was just pushing. So I did it all over again because, it was just too easy. Um, my mile and a half run, I did a time trial probably about 3 or 4 days before I got the band, and I came back in 13 minutes and 50 something seconds. I put the power band on and I ran my mile and a half in, I think it was 12 minutes and 56 seconds. And that I wasn't even pushing at the end, so I'm pretty sure I could hit 11 minutes. Um, my mile and a half has been a little challenging, and simply because after I left college, I wasn't doing any more running. I haven't run track in a long time. As some of you guys probably know, I did ran pro track for a few years after high school. When I got to college, I couldn't run in college because technically I received money for track. Um, yeah, so I was used to running 4 and 5 minute miles, but now I'm averaging like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. My fastest time came back in probably about 7:10 or something like that. But just to give you guys a little piece of advice, on the mile runs, what you should try to do is, if you're going to start off with a mile or a mile and a half, I recommend a mile and a half because that is what we're required to run. I would say do a mile and a half, and at the end, instead of struggling at the end to get it in whatever time you want, surge at the end. Even if you drop, you got to take a breather, whatever, surge at the end, run as hard as you could, and finish strong. And every time you run your mile and a half, try to do that so that your body gets that exertion, and it's going to go to the next level. The other step that I'm taking is, because I know I could finish strong, is now I'm doing controlled runs as opposed to starting out fast, dying out running slow, and trying to make it to the end, struggling to the end. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a self-paced run where I run at an average pace, and I run with my headphones on, yeah, Dr. Dre beats, and play music in my ears. And I also got an app, and the app is some RunKeeper or something like that. So if my if my pace changes, it tells me my pace changes. So what I do is I run the entire thing at a certain pace so that I could get used to keeping that pace, and I would, my body is going to get used to, well, if I keep this pace, I'll come back in 12 minutes. If I keep this pace, I come back in 13 minutes. And the body's going to get used to a pace, and then you're going to, after you get used to that, pick it up a little step and, increase the pace gradually. Um, that's the step I'm at now. And what I'm doing with that is I'm now extending it from a mile and a half into 2 miles. I could already run 2 and 3 miles, but I'm not running it at a pace that I need to be because I'm so used to running fast. When I go there to run, I'm running like I used to run back in college. So I start off fast as hell, expecting to finish, you know, at the same pace. But because I'm not used to it anymore, my speed keeps decreasing. We call it top end speed, in sprints. So I don't have to do it in distances too, but my top end speed is dying out. And that's that. So 100pushups.com, pretty good website. They also have 200 sit-ups or whatever it is. I use those, and also to touch on the Air Force apps. Um, I got my little a lot of military apps in here. Military.com, the one with ranks, and this is the Air Force app. It's called Fundamentals. If you guys go on Facebook, you could get it at the Basic Training Group, which is USAF. Let me double check that real quick. Facebook, I think it's USAF Basic Training or something like that. Yeah, USAF Basic Military Training, and that's the Facebook group. They put up pictures every single day. They put up pictures of the most outstanding trainee. He probably ran 9 minutes and 30 seconds in a mile and a half, did 70 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and he's the outstanding trainee. There's the honor graduate. They post pictures of everything, every aspect of training from the time you arrive. You got your haircuts, first issue, self-aid and body care, different things like that. The Air Force app, if you guys could see it, it also has basic study things. It comes with videos. This is what it looks like. Nope, flip. Oh, didn't flip. Okay. This is what it looks like. And there's study guides to help you study ranks. For example, this is the rank test. First one, you accept it, and it has Major General. So Major General, whoops, missed it. And that's just a basic thing how it goes. Major, there we go. And that kind of helps you remember the ranks. It also comes with videos of basic training. things they expect us to know, stuff like that. What else? It's got types of exercises you do at basic training. So it's got the anaerobic exercises, things like that. Things you could do at home, pre-exercise. Also comes with the Air Force song, Airman's Creed. I am an American airman. I am a warrior. And these are basic things that you got to know before you go to basic. Also, it comes with the Air Force song. For those of you who never heard it, comes with the Air Force song. And the other app was created by a guy in my DEP unit, and this one is pretty cool. It comes with a lot of stuff, a lot of information out of BMTSG, things that you should know. For example, rank structure, chain of command. You could start learning that now through this app. The Airman's Creed, Air Force core values, phonetic alphabet, acronyms, Air Force song. It also has info and facing movements, military time. It also gives you like a little test and stuff like that to memorize the chain of command. It also has the fitness workouts directly from the BMTSG. So this is a really cool app. And I have a BMTSG here too. This is what the BMTSG looks like. That's it right there. It's got a lot of info in there, and what it did was they moved the info from here, a non-classified info, from the book to the app. If you guys need to get a copy of how to get the app, because this app you're not really gonna find it in the app section. There's a special way for you to download this app. So if you guys want to get this app, shoot me an email or leave a comment, and I'll send you the info on how to get it. What else I had to talk about? In regards to maps, a lot of people are freaking out about eye tests and different kind of things. Like I said, don't mentally fail yourself before you get there. I mentally failed myself before I got to MEPS, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. There were a few scary moments because I went to MEPS about 3 times. So, like my recruiter said, don't fail yourself mentally before you get there. Let them do what they gotta do. If you're disqualified, you're disqualified. Get a waiver. And waivers still exist, so it's not impossible to get a waiver. Most people that emailed me said, yeah, I had to go twice, and they told me X, Y, and Z, and I went back and it was fine. Some people I know got waivers, different things. Tattoos, nobody cares about your tattoos as long as it's not taking over your whole arm, it's not in your face, stuff like that. So apart from that, yeah, everything with MEPS, just go ahead and enjoy it while it lasts. Don't stress over it. It's not the end of the world. As you guys probably heard, different things about basic training. People go there, they get discharged or something, and people committing suicides. My last step call last month, the shippers that came back were talking about there was a suicide there. Some guy hung himself with his belt, no, his satchel strap, hung himself from his bed with his satchel strap. So now they're not allowing any straps and satchels. So yeah, different things like that. Depth call is pretty cool. You get a lot of info and insight from people that were there. So yeah, I think I covered everything. If you guys got any questions, need information on these apps, also copy of the chain of command, I could email that. I think I have it in email. And I can't send you a copy of the BMTSG. I only got this from my cousin who came back from BMT, so we pretty much stay together. So yeah, if you guys need any info, leave a message or shoot me an email.